Hello, welcome to Pure Soul Alchemy. I'm Gabriela Espinosa, and I'll be taking us through a psychic surgery soul realignment treatment for the next 30 minutes. So find a nice, comfortable place where you can lay down and rest and relax. It's most beneficial if you can be resting as deeply as possible and closing your eyes while you receive the treatment. Pure Soul Alchemy is a transmission of channeled shamanic operations through my perception and vocalization of what I perceive is going on in the inner energetic grid. We are opened in ways which allow these technologies to come into our reality, our physical reality, and enact change on our behalf. So allow your mind to just relax into the words and phrases that will be coming through, and try not to focus too much on interpretation or trying to find meaning. Notice any attempts by your mind to hold on to these words and phrases, and then just simply let them go and let yourself go into the healing transmission of what's being said. And if you fall asleep, that's really great. No worries if you need to get up and go to the bathroom or anything. It will not interfere with the treatment. And you can listen again later. So it's quite helpful if you can play this session repeatedly, often, in order to deepen its healing effects. So if you find the session helpful, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button, and then click the bell so you'll be alerted about future sessions. So today's session, we will be addressing the pattern mindset of ignoring the trends, signs, indicators that are right before our eyes. Those signs, indicators that are informing us of what circumstances are highly probable or highly probably going to happen soon, or in the near or distant future on the imminent horizon. So we will be bringing in processes to aid us in keeping our eyes and minds opened and focused on handling the changes that will likely come. We will also initiate upgrades for naturally and easily deciphering these indicators of upcoming changes. So, and doing so well in advance so that we can choose immediate right action to deal with future possibilities. So before listening to the session, connect with the situations in your life where you feel that you hide from your knowing. Where do you choose not to know or not to see or perceive the hints that universe is saying, oh, hey, look at this. Oh, hey, look at that. So now go ahead and bring these to the forefront of your attention as you receive these alchemy applications. So go ahead and lay down and rest now. Close your eyes, relax. And take a few deep, slow breaths. I always like to start with slowing down the breath and breathing in the body. So important. As you are deeply breathing and feeling into your body, try to tap into those places that typically get ignored. I mean, there's some places that are usually screaming and getting your attention, and that's great. But there's a lot of places that are suspiciously quiet. Those are the places. Why don't you just kind of tap into those, even if you don't feel anything, just kind of breathe into those areas that typically are quiet. A metaphor I like to use is those are the parts of our body that silently that go along and try to keep us going, and not make too much noise and take too much attention. So we're bringing attention to those parts and breathing into them as deeply as we possibly can, and bringing life force and vitality there. And allow this breath attention to continue as we go through our session. Right, so we're going to begin by connecting with our divine physical and non-physical intelligence to align completely with our own core essence. Aligning with the fundamental and essential aspects of ourselves, aligning with the earth, the sun, the moon, with our own Mother, Father, God self, with our own inherent creator self, and with our right placement in the universe. The purest healing source within us is our own deepest aspect. We agree to serve as our own healing agent and to serve from and as our own ultimate inner counsel, the all that I am. We now invoke, welcome, and receive our beloved Mother and Father God to exact their loving, divine, blessed grace directly into our healing proceedings today. Healing point number 1, healing the patterned mindset of ignoring or hiding from the trends, indicators, and signs that would reveal possible future events and situations. So we're bringing in healing applications for these patterns, as well as awareness, because awareness is the big game changer. Because when we become aware of something, some patterned response or behavior, then we can change it, we can choose otherwise. So we're also bringing healing to these patterned mindsets of ignoring the signs, opening our awareness to receiving and acknowledging more and more of these telling life patterns every day that point in the direction of future truth. I'm going to do some clapping, clearing at the heart, and we're going to clear fear of knowing, fear of being in the know, fear of being an active participant in the interplay of universe, the interplay of life. Let's clear fear of failure, fear of not doing our part, or fear that doing our part is not good enough. And opening to the fact that just being ourselves in the moment and engaging is plenty. It's exactly what is wanted from us. Allowing ourselves to put the dots together more easily, more quickly, and more effectively. Aligning with our inspired logic and advancing our statistical analysis, deduction, and reasoning powers. Really amping up our ability for pattern recognition and then deductive reasoning with that. Right? And we want to include the soul in this, our higher level intuition, our deep soul knowing, all aspects of our being to participate. Great. Healing where we have been hurt, traumatized, wounded, shut down from our logic abilities. Healing where we have been hurt, traumatized, wounded, and shut down from our logic abilities. Healing where we have been programmed to disable and or underutilize our logical skill set. in order to go along with external authority, opinions, and agendas. Great, we want to bring in a big wake-up call here. Wait, is this my agenda or somebody else's agenda? Is this my sole imperative, or is this somebody else's or something else's agenda? And quickly removing ourselves from any external authority, opinions, and agendas. I do a lot of deep breathing to help move the energy, so that's what's happening. Healing point number 2, expanding our parameters for increased awareness and tracking of unfolding events that reveal what's to come next. Keeping our eyes and minds opened and focused on handling the changes that will likely, most probably come. And there's those situations too where we're just not quite getting it. But what we do is we relax into it, relax into the question. I know something's going on here. What is it? And let universe answer for you. It may direct you to a wonderful speaker on YouTube who will give you the information that your soul is wanting at that time, or it may direct you to somebody to have a conversation with somebody, and then they'll give you the missing piece. So it's about relaxing into the question and just waiting and letting the answer come to you. Doesn't mean you don't do an online search or you don't actively seek out, but there's this relaxation component that's trusting and knowing that your question will be answered promptly. Initiating upgrades for naturally, organically, and easily deciphering future telling indicators of upcoming changes and the necessary components that are your part. Paying keen attention and assigning importance to these. And doing so well in advance so we can choose immediate right action to deal with future possibilities. Separating out and reversing the tendency of free falling, blind grasping, and type of navigating that is based on past events, based on what has happened in the past, as opposed to dealing with fresh new information from a fresh, clean slate. So separating out and reversing the tendency of free falling, blindly grasping, and navigating past events in place of future, in place of present and future engagement, engaging from reality, from what's here, what's now. Great, implementing the new way, deliberate attending to clear markers for going forward in the right direction, in the right way, and at the right timing and pacing for best yield possible results. Great, we want to clear perception, and programming. Let's clear impediments on perception. Great. Healing point 3, assisting our capacity to feel at ease with more, quicker, and bigger changes. So, and our ability to roll with it. What is that? That form of, I think it's called Parker or Parquet. I can't remember the name, where these people can just like move like the wind in terms of their strong acrobatics to deal with the environment. So that is the vision that I'm bringing forth for us in terms of how we navigate big changes. Growing our capacity to feel at ease with more, quicker, and bigger changes, and changes that keep coming. You don't get as much in between time between these changes. And so being able to feel at ease and peace with that, taking on the qualities of quicksilver, stable, and empowered mindset and action. And being grounded and simultaneously easily implementing the necessary strategies for meeting the future successfully. Clearing back of the head, the occipital base. Once again, being grounded and simultaneously easily implementing the necessary strategies for meeting the future successfully. Assisting our daily vibrational frequency to acclimate with ease to a big change of circumstances, big change of direction, quickly, peacefully, joyfully, effortlessly. Switching the channel, no problem. Eliminating a higher space deficit or perception of deficit, and clearing impasse, sense of impasse. So letting go of all these backstories of I can't, or it's too hard, or it's beyond my level of comprehension, or it's not, who am I to make these wonderful choices in my life? It runs the gamut, all these inner voices that try to circumvent our successfully, peacefully engaging with the future meeting the now. And worry, definitely doing a dissipation of worry and traction holds that worry patterns, pathways may hold on us. Physical level embodiment and engagement, and clearing any encasements there. Healing point number 4. Bringing in big, giant, vital assistance to shut out the naysayers, the Debbie Downers, the voices, whether internal or external, voices of opposition to inspired, positive, proactive change. Bringing in and embodying and fully receiving vital assistance to shut out to shut up the naysayers, the Debbie Downers, the voices of opposition, to inspired, positive, proactive change. Shutting out, shutting down all access to or from the outright liars and or lies who are invested in other people's unpreparedness, head in the sand positioning. So not allowing the frequencies of those agents or agencies who are invested in other people's unpreparedness and head in the sand positioning, and who are promoting that. Right? Shutting out, shutting down saboteurs, internal and external, who would attempt to directly and indirectly interfere with our awakening, future engagement consciousness. And I say future as now. I know that doesn't logically make or consciously make sense, but it's that place where we are so in contact with life creating itself that we can see many steps down the road from the perspective of now. Future engagement consciousness as the now. Great. So we're going to bring online a massive, massive awakening to this future engagement consciousness as the now. And any saboteurs, internal or external, just letting yourself carry on forward in your awakened future engagement as the now consciousness, and leaving them to play out their own karmic, their own karma separate from you. It's not right or it's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just not you. And so you make this commitment to carry on being you and creating you and engaging you with all of creation. It's the most loving commitment you can do for yourself and for others who are not, that's not their karmic, that's not their game plan, soul plan at this time, and that's okay. Great. Awakening. Future responsiveness. An enhancement of our direction. Interplay with life quality, embrace. Qualitative exploration. Truth to fruition. And new lines of sight, handling whatever may come. And thriving. Great, so we're bringing our session to a close. Thank you so much for tuning into Pure Soul Alchemy. If you find this session helpful, please click the like, subscribe, and bell to be alerted about new sessions. I highly recommend that you play this session repeatedly, often, and this will deepen the effects of the session and take your healing further. If you'd like to schedule your own one-on-one Pure Soul Alchemy session, please visit www.puresoulalchemy.com and you can find out more information there. So thanks so much for tuning in and have a wonderful day.